Well, hey folks, Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland and
The Terminator.
This is what are we doing, top 10, top 20?
I'd say, yeah, we're doing a kind of a back and forth top 10 here. Just going over some of the people that we've enjoyed watching.
In WWE, NXT.
You've been watching far more wrestling than I have.
Yeah.
So you've got a pretty good idea.
True, but I already did a New Japan, countdown, so I don't really need to do that one. I already did one for the women.
Yeah.
So really, this is going to be, yours is mixed with some women and some guys. And realistically, we can mention some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Guys like Lars Sullivan, Daniel Bryan, these are my honorable mentions. Because Lars Sullivan's been pretty good.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan's been pretty good. I'm ranking him lower. Even though his heel turn has been great. Till recently, he was kind of eh.
Yeah. And you'll probably find us agreeing on a lot of things. For the most part, I wanted to squeeze my stuff down to top 10 because he's better talking about wrestling. I'm good at making quips.
You got some good takes as far as 205 Live and NXT. But Samoa Joe, guys like Samoa Joe, even despite all bad booking, are fine. Finn Balor, Buddy Murphy, Chad Gable, Mustafa Ali has been a godsend to 205 Live and WWE in general.
I was struggling not to put him on my top 10.
Elias, Andrade Cien Almas, and we're just going to and Braun Strowman.
Yes.
So we're actually going to go from there. So let's start off. You want to start off with your number 10?
My number 10 is the Velveteen Dream, who I struggled to put him any higher than 10 because he's great when he's with someone who's great in the ring, but you can tell they haven't been putting him with any really enhancement talent. They haven't shown him carry a match, but that when he's working with great wrestlers, the two of them can carry each other. But I haven't seen him carry a match on his own.
Very, very few times I've seen him actually work with, enhancement guys, which, he does well, but yes, it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. I want to see more of what he can do when he's working with lower grade talent.
Right. And I almost put Elias in my top 10, but I'm shifting this around this paper. Johnny Gargano is number 10 for me. The guy has had a spectacular year, despite, coming up short against Tommaso Ciampa a couple times. The guy's fucking great.
Yeah. His
heel turn with Aleister Black has worked really well. It's just leaving a black man unconscious in a parking lot. Hello, Florida.
Right. Actually, I gotta adjust my list because I have a tie later on in here.
There we go. Ties
and not a Dillinger.
Ties are always good. Yes, that's something else. But yeah, Tommaso Ciampa's number 10 for me. You're number 9.
Yes, my number 9 is Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano has put on fantastic match after fantastic match after fantastic match, and he's not just a workhorse. He has some great storylines.
He's excelled with promos.
And he puts his heart and passion into it. And that's a tough thing to find. But this match is comprised of a lot of people who are just really damn skilled.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This really speaks highly to how just deep WWE and NXT, NXT UK, all that.
Yeah.
How deep their talent pool is. So yeah, I've got Tommaso Ciampa at number 9.
Good old tomato chompers.
His heel work has been tremendous. Just since coming back and that feud they have with Gargano and winning the title. Just from there, speaking to the title, being just the best sports entertainer in WWE.
Yeah, he's goddamn brilliant.
Absolutely goddamn brilliant. Really, he just has been absolutely tremendous. He is fan-fucking-tastic. There's really nothing else really to say about Ciampa because just how good he's been.
Yeah.
So I'm actually...
But I might end up saying some things later.
That's alright. What is your number 8?
My number 8 is Aleister Black. As a fan of skulls and the occult, he speaks to me on a personal level. And he's this compelling force every time he's on TV. People watch, people listen. His matches are terrific. Aside from a few missed kicks throughout the year.
Like that one to Lars, but that's gonna happen.
Yeah, what can you do? Not miss. But he's put on a terrific showing in NXT. And my list is not comprised of just NXT folk. It's a lot of it.
Right,
because they've been having actual matches. And there are many that I feel are really high-grade talent throughout all of WWE. Like, I mean, throughout Raw and SmackDown, but there are standouts. And these aren't just wrestlers based on pure physical talent and athleticism.
Even though they have that.
Yes.
It is the whole package. So that's your number 8. My number 8, I'm going to go with a tie. It is going to be, and yes, it is, I'm actually going to throw Mustafa Ali in there with the leader of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole.
Bees! Dr. Bees!
His girlfriend's actually a doctor. Well, a dentist. Good for her.
Adam Cole's lady!
It's impossible. One, Ali's impossible to boo. He's just that damn good. He's a great spokesperson for the company. They could push him to the goddamn moon. I don't think they make him WWE champion. But with Adam Cole, I'm sick of this whole thing where, he's like a young Shawn Michaels. Well, he doesn't have the drug problems, and he's not banging Sonny. I hope not. Because that would be bad.
Share.
Sonny hit a tree.
Yeah, I know.
That was... I will let that go one day.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. But Adam Cole seriously has had a great 2018, being the inaugural North American champion. Mm-hmm. A great match with Ricochet at TakeOver Brooklyn 4. Just everything was really, really good about Adam Cole, so that's why they're tied. Adam Cole and Mustafa Ali are tied there at number 8. You have a number 7.
I do.
Okay.
It is a top 10 after all.
This is true. That's how countdowns work.
My number 7 is Tyler Bate, for obvious reasons. But also because he is a supreme talent who is going to go down as a legend of the industry.
He's really nice, too.
He is.
We got to meet him.
He's pretty cool.
So's Trent.
Trent's fucking hilarious. That Defy match, he just hikes up his tights up to his chest, and he's like, come on!
I mean, at that point, you might as well just have some...
And we'll talk about the indie experiences later.
We'll do that on their show. But yeah, for Bate, what you were saying.
Yeah. He's not just massively talented, he's powerful. And not just for his height, he is powerful. His thighs look like fucking, full hogs, in pure muscle.
Well, that's why he's called a big, strong boy.
Big, strong boy.
Big, strong boy. So yeah, that's your number 7. My number 7, Seth Tweakin' Rollins. The man who likes to burn it down. Maybe they shouldn't have played that when they were in California.
In San Diego, 4 times.
Yeah. Because Kevin Dunn is stupid.
And bad at everything.
Especially fixing his teeth. But seriously, Seth Rollins, he helped revitalize the IC title.
Yes.
Not that Miz didn't. Miz actually did really, really well with it, but they weren't going to give him the chance to really shine with it. Nope. Even though he tried. But that match that they had with, it was Miz, Rollins, and Balor at Mania. Mm-hmm. The one good match at Backlash that he had, the opening match against Miz.
Yeah. His feud with Dolph Ziggler. The matches that they put on, even though they put on a lot of them, every single one of them was great.
The feud with Elias I thought was good. I thought Elias should have been the one to take the championship from him. But he could have a good match with anybody. They marginalized the IC title. And no doubt it will get revitalized with this Rollins-Ambrose feud, which we're recording this, by the way, before TLC in case you watch it afterwards. But yeah, Rollins just been fucking tremendous.
Yes.
And he should be Universal Champion at Mania. Mm-hmm. Him or Drew. Anyway, number 6.
Number 6, I decided to also make a tie. First off, I had Asuka. Because despite her middle of the year being non-existent with that feud with Carmella, she's never not put on a bad match, except for that one where Ellsworth got involved.
And then the other one where Ellsworth got involved.
Yeah. She's been the subject of some shit booking, but has kept herself over with the crowd because she's just that entertaining to watch. I've got a bit of a weird bias with it because Asuka's, NXT.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was the NXT Women's Division for a while, and she really did damn well. Asuka was ranked very high on my women's list.
Her match with Charlotte
at Which one? The Mania 34 or the one on SmackDown?
Mania.
Yeah, the one...
And SmackDown.
Yeah, the one at Mania, actually, for how early on they put that on the main card, those two women tore it up.
Yes. And they're really pushing the envelope on, women's wrestling.
They are.
But the tie that I decided to do with this is Mustafa Ali. And for very much the same reason that Jonn gave, it's just I feel that he's higher on the list. It's very hard to do a top 10 when there's so much fantastic talent.
That's why I split it among New Japan and did top 25 and did top 20 for the women.
Yeah.
Because there are so many great women that aren't named Nia or Tamina. And that's really about it, because even Carmella I don't hate anymore because she's no longer champion than Lana. But anyway.
I'm a little worried about Mia Yim.
She had a bad leg injury.
A while ago, from what I hear, and that she had to change her ways to submission, but her kicks, her chops, everything's just been going slow, and I'm not sure what exactly the deal is.
Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah.
But what you were saying about Ali, yeah, pretty much the same reasons.
Yeah.
The guy's just so damn likable, and he's so easy to get behind.
The second that it was announced that he was going to be having a match with Daniel Bryan, you could have probably seen my elation on Twitter.
I remember that. I was like,
oh my god, give me.
I almost wanted to put up the Barney gift. Just hook it to my veins. Yeah, that's that. So those are your number 6?
Yeah.
My number 6, Ricochet.
Ricochet?
Yes, Ricochet. Who is now, I believe he is no longer dating Tessa Easter Island statue Blanchard. Mm-hmm. And is dating that girl from American Ninja Warrior, Casey, whatever the hell her name, Catanzaro?
Yeah.
Good for them, whatever. But Ricochet is just ridiculous. The amount of matches that he put on in New Japan and, everywhere else before getting to WWE, shining immediately in that North American title match, the ladder match, shining against Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. And the match he had with Pete Dunne on NXT.
I wanted to add Ricochet to my list, but yep. This list would have been completely NXT.
Right.
And I wanted to break it up. It's not that I want to leave people out of my list, because I don't.
Right.
Everyone's number 1 in my eyes, except for you, Nia. But,
it's not wrong.
So,
no, Ricochet.
Please don't be mad at me for leaving Ricochet out.
Yeah, well, see, that's the whole point, is comparing and having a whole bunch of fun. Ricochet is just fantastic. The stuff he did at War Games.
Yes.
But that match he had with Pete Dunne, where Adam Cole ended up interrupting it. Fantastic TV match. Well done, even with the fluky finish. The stuff he can do in the ring, I don't know how the hell he's alive.
Yeah.
But anyway, number 5.
D-Bry! Daniel Bryan. And much the same case with Asuka, the middle of the year was a little rough, but from his triumphant return at WrestleMania to this amazing heel turn that he's in, where he's pretty much became that vegan, because there's nothing wrong with being vegan or vegetarian, but there's something wrong with being that vegan.
And he plays it up well.
Yes. Nobody tell him what the belt's made of.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah.
Or do.
I mean, there's true. It's like that's why thieves are always able to get away, because their armor's made to hide.
Yes.
So yeah, Brian for you, Aleister Black number 5 for me. Pretty much same reasons that you said. He commands your attention from the moment you see him. He has gotten better on promos. I didn't see much of his indie work, so I don't know how good his promos were there.
That's Tommy End. Which is a name that I'm glad he didn't keep with him.
It worked for the indies, but yes, it would have literally been the butt of jokes.
Thomas the End, Jen. You're welcome.
That was that Ed Gein. No. Aleister's just been great, though, from his, from that match he had with Adam Cole at TakeOver Philly, where he put him on the chair. Ow.
I believe was my reaction.
I believe so, yeah. It's like, not as bad as the screwdriver.
Yeah.
Him winning the title from Andreas Almas, defending it against Lars Sullivan, even with a couple of botches, which are going to happen, still a good match. He's had good performances since that match he had with Johnny Gargano at TakeOver War Games. He's put on stellar performances every single time, so it's hard not to put Aleister Black on this list. Number 4.
Number 4 is also a tie.
Okay.
AJ Styles, because he's AJ Styles. What more be said? But also Drew McIntyre. Not just because for Scotland, but also because if there's anybody who's put themselves forward as not only terrific on the mic, but also terrific in the ring on the main roster, it's Drew McIntyre. He is probably the best performer on Raw.
Easily.
Yeah.
Maybe him and Rollins would be about top 10.
I don't think that there's anyone who quite has the presence that he has.
Oh, no.
And the way he communicates even the most shit of scripts, you're still enthralled by his delivery.
The Dogs of War. But yeah, for AJ, that's your reasoning.
I'm so glad that they'll never put him back in a 3-and-B kind of thing.
Now
I've said it.
Yep. We said it. Said the thing. AJ Styles is my number 4. He was WWE champion through pretty much all of 2018 until recently. He was given some of the worst booked feuds. All the nut shot. Why don't you wear a cup, AJ?
Right. Someone did a supercut of all of the nut shots that he's taken throughout his career, which is hilarious.
But he delivered great performances. The matches he had with Nakamura were good, except for the dodgy finishes. Matches he had with Samoa Joe were pretty good. He has delivered great performances regardless, and it's hard pressed. I'm hard pressed not to put AJ at number 1. But I have my reason for why I put my number 1 there.
Yes.
But there we go for number 3.
My number 3 is Tomato Chompers. Tommaso Ciampa's terrific heel work in NXT has been the most convincing heel work of any performer in the past decade. I loved every moment of it, from the time where he didn't play any music just to piss people off, to when he finally got music after obtaining the championship, because he deserves that.
And he wanted the crowd to shut up.
Yes. The way that he treats the title like it's this living, breathing thing that needs his protection. It is hilarious, and it is amazing how well he delivers this conniving, strategic asshole.
Oh yeah, no, he's fantastic the way he does it. Number 3, it's actually a tie. Because originally I mentioned Elias, and I haven't mentioned him on this list. Elias and Drew McIntyre. 2 vastly different performers. Drew, pretty much for the same reasons you do. You cannot fall. You can't find really a flaw with what Drew's doing. Even with the bad booking, the shit promos, he's still doing great stuff. And that Claymore kick literally looks like he's going to take somebody's head off. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just how it seems. He has delivered so many great things. One, he needs to be Universal Champion. I think he should be Universal Champion before Rollins, but we'll see what happens.
And before Braun.
But, yeah, I mean...
I want him to be the one to take out Brock Lesnar.
Which I'm for, honestly. I think he should be the one to do it at the Rumble, if need be. Or Mania. But Drew there. Elias mainly for... Okay, in the ring, I don't think he's bad. There are some people who are like, in the ring, I go, no, he's improved. He's also much more of a character, but he has that character locked down. He can talk down the heels. He can talk down the baby faces. He can do whatever. The guy commands crowd attention whenever.
And God, Elias, like the way that he manages the crowd, like everyone wanted to cheer him throughout the entirety of this year until he finally turned face. And every time they did, he knew just the thing to shut him down.
Like when we were in Seattle, and he mentions about the Sonics.
Hey, you pressed the Sonics button! You should not have pressed that.
So fucking great, though.
Watching the replay back and watching him just like wink at the camera.
like, oh, he knew.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he knew. But yeah, Elias, that's pretty much the reason. So there's a tie. Number 2 for you.
My number 2 is the man, the myth, the legend. No, not the man, the myth, or the legend. I'm joking. Number 2 is Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight. He has never put on a bad match this entire year. Even when we watched him at Defy.
Oh, God.
As he decided to be the most comedic version of Pete Dunne I have ever seen.
Who the fuck did he face? Was it Brody King?
Yeah, he faced Brody King.
And Brody King's like 3'10".
Watching him run around the ring and just avoid him in hilarious fashion was great, and I've enjoyed every single one of his matches, and I couldn't say any one of his matches aren't a match of the year candidate for me.
Yeah, even like a couple of things. The match you have with Danny Burch on an episode of NXT.
Yeah, Danny Burch. Holy fuck. Noam Dar.
Noam Dar, somebody also. Like, I mean, Burch has been great. Yeah. Burch and Lorcan are a team that actually really, really surprised me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dunn was great. Seeing him live really did give me a whole bunch better view. My number 2, the Velveteen Dream. I agree totally with what you're saying, that they don't have him work with some enhancement talents, this kind of stuff, and have him move.
I want to see the full breadth of his talent before I put him any higher.
And that's totally understandable. Just the way, it's pretty much the same thing with Elias. I mean, Velveteen's a better wrestler in the ring. That's nothing against Elias. But Velveteen has the character on lockdown. He trolling the whole thing, dressing up like Hogan. My God.
The way he plays the crowd is great.
And pretty much from last year, like War Games last year when he faced Aleister Black, like right there, when they were building that up, I go, I don't know if this is going to work. And then they did this thing where it's like Aleister did a fold down, sit down, and Velveteen did his pose, and I go, okay, this might work. And it's worked ever since. I mean, my God, it really has. I wasn't so sure how this character was going to work.
Yeah.
But Velveteen has been fantastic. I have not been bored one time that he's been on TV. So yeah, there we go. Number 1 for you
is actually the man, the myth, the legend. The wrestler who has single-handedly swept all of professional wrestling. Throughout the entire world, there is one name that's on everybody's lips, and that is Becky Lynch. Not only is she fantastic in the ring and had been underutilized up until just a few months ago, but the way that she's commanded every single member of the industry is terrific, and the crowd is completely behind it. I can't think of anyone who really hates Becky Lynch, except for maybe Nia Jax, who's afraid of her.
Well, the people that hate Becky Lynch are the ones that are wrong.
Those are few and minuscule insects that deserve neither attention nor words.
Right.
But yeah, Becky Lynch by far has been the most exciting thing on SmackDown.
I'm now thinking about what's on Becky's lips. I'm leaving that one alone, by the way.
Lipstick, I would imagine. Why?
Not gonna let me have that one. Right? Okay, good. All right. My number 1, Pete Dunne. Pretty much for the same reasons with you, because I've been a fan of Pete Dunne since pretty much since the UK tournament that they did, where Tyler Bate won the championship.
Yep.
But seeing Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate have that great match at TakeOver Chicago last year, from there, you can't find a bad match that Pete Dunne has had. Any match that he's had, whether he's had a match with Danny Burch, Jordan Devlin, he had that match recently. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I need to catch back up to NXT UK.
It's hard to catch up with that much wrestling.
Yes. Especially since I have things to do.
Like work.
And sitting on the couch doing nothing.
This is true, that too. But also, it's a lot of wrestling to watch. But Pete Dunne has been tremendous. There's no amount of goodwill that he doesn't have right now. He is a breath of fresh air. He calls out homophobia. He called that out in an indie show. I think it was him and Ospreay. I don't remember. I saw that post and it was great. I think he has a kid now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. But yeah, Dunne is absolutely fantastic. So that's our countdown.
Yeah.
There we go. What are your favorite wrestlers?
Yeah, leave it down in the comments down below. We'd like to actually hear that. Yeah. Or read that, because we can't hear comments.
We could.
No, we can't. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I could copy them speech to text, but that'd be kind of pointless.
It would be. But yeah, agree, disagree with what we said.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle, and all that in the description.
Correct.
Yep, it's been Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland and
the Terminator.
And we will be back with another show sometime. Boop.
Okay, really, bye.